Hi everybody, I just wanted to make a new YouTube. I've been promising some people that I would talk about the new treatment that I'm on, the Marshall Protocol, and I've been procrastinating. It seems like I get in front of this thing and I just don't know what to say or I lose track, so I wrote some notes down, so if you see me looking at that, then I'm going to read off them, because I want to explain it the best possible way I can. So I have been on it for 2.5 months. I went over and saw a doctor a couple hours away from here, which is way better than me going to the US, because that's a really long haul for me to have to do. So I basically go from where I live on a ferry across the water to a doctor, and I know quite a few people that are doing this that I communicate with, and there is actually a website that they run with a lot of really good information and people that have been doing it, and they all are showing really good progression with their disease. But I just want to basically tell you that how I started is I went on a pill. It's a blood pressure pill. It lowers your blood pressure. It's called Benicar or Olestrum, and I was on that for a month. You have to get used to it, and some people actually will herx right away from that. So I didn't really have a herx, but I felt pretty rough. I had some symptoms come up that were kind of unique, because when I first got my illness, it attacked my stomach and my spine. My back issues were my main complaint. My stomach issues were my main complaint when I was a young girl. So basically just like the rawness in my stomach. I had a lot of nausea. My upper back, my mid back just burned. I could basically stand for 5 minutes and that was it. Just like you're always feeling like you have to hunch over because of the pain. It's pretty bad. My back pain has always been really bad. Very tired, lots of headaches, which I commonly get chronically anyways. Dizzy. I noticed I had dizzy spells to the point where I'd just be sitting and I'd feel it come on, and then almost feel like I was going to black out. I had a couple of those, which I know they talk about you can actually have seizures, so I do believe if I would have went into a worse one, you can have seizures. But I felt them coming on and I just would wait for them to pass. I think the hardest thing about that, though, is like, you go out and you try and be as normal as possible, and like I'm grocery shopping and standing in line and I feel this coming on, and it's like, oh my god, am I gonna like have somebody pick me up off the floor? Or it's scary, things that other people just don't really have to worry about. Active bowels, which I deal with. Some people get colds right away, and the reason why is because the reason for this blood pressure medication is you're waking up your immune system, so you want to have an immune response to things. So, I mean, for me, I never get sick. My family's around me with colds and flus and whatever, and I don't seem to get them. They just kind of pass me by. So I've heard a lot of people say that when they actually get a cold or get sick, it's like amazing, because it's kind of a symptom that they have never had. It's different. So I did start sleeping good. I don't sleep good. I tend to have a lot of agitation with my nervous system, and it's just very hard for me to lay still, and I should be tired at night because I just feel the restlessness in my whole body and just complete agitation. It's the worst feeling in the world. And then if I do fall asleep, I'll wake up feeling that agitation again early in the morning, and my body's in so much pain, and I just end up getting up anyways. So 1 month on that, then I started taking minocycline in a dose of 25 milligrams. So it's micromilligrams, and the reason for this is because of the blood pressure pill. because you're waking up your immune system, you can put in small amounts of antibiotics. That's only the first phase. There's 5 phases to the Marshall Protocol. I hope I'm saying that right. So I'm basically going to be upping my dose. I'm going to gauge it on how I'm feeling. So I'm going to go up to 100 milligrams of minocycline, and then I guess I'd go on Zithromax. So you're combining the two, and then I do believe there is a third. So moving right along, within the 5th day of going on the minocycline, I had a herx. It was pretty bad. A lot of like my emotional stuff, depression, heavy. And then it was funny because I moved right out of it. The 2nd or the 3rd day, I can tell right away as soon as I wake up in the morning, my mind is just completely different. I'm way more positive, and I try and be a positive person anyways. The one thing I do want to say about the Marshall Protocol is there's no supplements that you take. I have had years of taking supplements, and I don't say anything against them. They are great because our bodies need them because we're lacking in everything, but with the Marshall Protocol, they don't want you to be on anything because they want your body to go through what it's supposed to go through and regulate on its own, and not with the use of supplements. To get well, people are on it for 3 to 5 years. You know, it's kind of normal for any treatment, really. I am still rifing. I don't want to give that up. I do believe in that because when I do it, I herx about 5 to 6 days after it. So I am doing that for Bartonella, Mycoplasma, and the Lyme. I'm up to about 20 minutes. I kind of cut it a bit back because I was afraid just with how I would react on the Marshall Protocol. But I still am a firm believer in that. You have to stay out of the sun because you have to eliminate the vitamin D as much as possible in your body. So you do have to take it out of your diet too. You do have to change your lifestyle. It is hard, but the illness is hard too. So, you know, it's up to you if you want to get better and how much you're going to kind of put into it. It's called 25-hydroxy vitamin D, and I'm reading off my sheet. The more we have, or with any autoimmune disorder, we produce this and it acts as a steroid. So, as anybody knows, if you were taking steroids, it is going to somewhat suppress any autoimmune disease. So the idea is taking it out and treating with the antibiotics so that your body is going to respond better, if that makes any sense. Because the bacteria feed off the proteins of the vitamin D. Sarcoidosis is one thing that I didn't know much about, and it's a disease of the unknown, cause that leads to inflammation that affects various organs in the body, which makes sense because I know myself, I feel my inflammation. All my tests, you know, like everybody else, come back positive, but my inflammation factors are always have been high. And I feel it in my organs, I feel it in my stomach, I feel it in my body, I hold water. It's just something that kind of makes sense to me. Anyways, my time is running out. That's all I wanted to say. I will talk more about it. Anybody with questions, please ask me. There is like so much more to know, and I'm sorry I took so long to make a video, but I will keep you guys all updated on how I'm doing. And you know, this is something that isn't really talked about on YouTube, so I just kind of want to put it out there for some people that are interested in it. Email me, and I can email you some information on it that I have. And I just want to say I hope you are all hanging in there and doing the best you can. And I'm going to say good night on this great Friday night. See you guys.